One thing that I'm understanding more and more about life as I get older, that younger me probably wouldn't have understood as clearly as I do right now, or just more ready and prepared to receive the message. Younger me probably would have probably would have heard the message, but probably didn't want to understand it because I would have thought it was absurd. And as you can see by the title, I do believe everybody should practice or have a level of detachment towards things. Being too attached to jobs, money, memories, whether that's freedom of travel, relationships, that's a big thing, can do a lot of damage to our psyche and just to our lives in general. And the more I just dive deep into like religious books, spiritual books, and just learning in general, you learn that we're not here to get attached to anything because everything is temporary. I've been on this earth for 29 years, and the physical 3D world that we see every day has changed. Old buildings ripped down, old businesses ripped down, new ones built up, new places coming, opening soon. And you start seeing how everything really is temporary. So what am I getting attached to? All that's really going to do is hurt me. Me being attached to something, me thinking that something should be here forever, that's not going to be here forever. And that don't mean you can't love it. That don't mean you can enjoy time with it or strive to obtain certain things, because I'm doing the same thing with my life when it comes to business and money. I'm striving to attain that certain level of freedom to where I can travel, make money, and basically take my people on the ride with me, get them to have a second life and to enjoy their time and not have it towards the back end of their lives as like rollover minutes. You know what I mean? But you, like I said, we here to create an experience. And that's all we do if you really think about it. We create, whether that's buildings, cars, systems, money, whatever the case may be. We create it and then we experience the things that we created. And the more I even think deeper, not to get too deep, but it's hard for me because I'm a deep person, pause. That's I'm thinking that's how God created the world. God created the world because he created it and he wants to experience it. And God is experiencing his creations through us, through all the girls, through all the boys, animals, whatever the case may be. God's experiencing his creations through us. And the more I sit here and just kind of practice detachment, the more easy going things is, the more it's easy to deal with stuff. Because you're not, because when you practice detachment, there's a certain level of non-expectation that comes with it. When you're attached to something, you expect it to treat you a certain way. You expect it to give you a certain dopamine hit. You expect it to give you a certain level of fulfillment, which can then backfire on you, because if it's not at the level that you thought it was, if the representation is not what you sort of asked it to be, then you end up hurt. You end up not looking at that thing the same when you should have just enjoyed it for what it was, rather than you getting attached and expecting it to be something that it wasn't at all in the first place. Detachment goes a long way. It goes a long way. And that's one thing I truly believe that will make a lot of people's lives easier. And it's hard. It's a hard concept to grasp. It's death, basically. It's like death. Understand that everything here is temporary. Parents, animals, your pets at the crib, everything here is temporary. So there's no need of getting overly attached to it, because you can't control when it's time for it to go. You'll just drive yourself crazy, wondering why, wondering if you could have had more time with it. You just got to enjoy the here and now and understand that, hey, we all got a time. We also got to realize that we didn't ask to be born. We was brought into this world by our parents who had a thought of having us. But we didn't go to our parents before we was born like, hey, have me. I want to be born. Hey, come into the world. No, we didn't do that. And I think a lot of times we beat ourselves up to, like, especially when it comes to careers, not being what we need to be, not having enough money saved up, looking at peers' lives that we went to school with or that we're around the same age as, and they're doing better or living a life that we want to experience or have yet to experience. We got to understand that we're here to enjoy it. We're here to create an experience. We're not here to get attached because we didn't ask to be born here. None of us had a say so in the world before we got into it. None of us helped create the system, None of us helped create the Declaration of Independence. None of us helped name the continents. So what's the point of getting attached to all this stuff that we didn't have a say so in creating in the first place? We just kind of joined in mid game, and we creating we're living other people's creations while co-creating our own world and our own experiences. But we didn't ask to be here. And once you kind of put that in perspective, you become less stressed. You're not feeling lost. You're not feeling a scarce of anything, a lack of anything. You're not worrying about making more money. You're not worried about, dang, like, what did I do wrong? Where did I go wrong? You did nothing wrong. You're just here to experience this life. And experience is not just always good. That's one thing. It's like when people talk about karma. Oh, karma gonna come get you. Karma is also good also. Everything in life is a double-edged sword. Good can be good or it can be bad. Bad can be good or bad can be obviously bad. But an experience, you got to experience, and you're here to experience sadness. You're here to experience loneliness sometimes, being overwhelmed, also being happy, being excited. All those things go into your experience here on earth, your one physical existence. So you're just here to just understand and just get to know the world better before your time comes. And once you, like I said, once you put that in your brain, you'll stop comparing yourself to other people. You'll stop looking into the future, becoming anxious. You'll stop looking back in the past, thinking about what you could have did, what you should have did better. You'll just continue to be right now in the present moment, the only moment that exists. And you'll start cultivating a new life for yourself, but you'll start enjoying it better, becoming detached from any outcomes. Not the ones you expect, not the ones you don't expect. Just living in full present moment. And then once you do that, you understand that all possibilities are good. All possibilities are beautiful. Everything that happens to you is a good thing. Everything bad that happens to you is a good thing also, because it's something for you to learn from, and something that you experience. So that's just another perspective in life. Life is just really just perspective. And there's a reason why we all can interact and see the same things all the time, but we all got different views towards it. We all got different feelings towards it. It's not because we're not looking at the same thing. It's because our perspective and our awareness of the things that we're looking at, the things that we're interacting with on a regular basis. So that helped me. I hope y'all can take that with y'all in y'all day to day, just becoming more detached from the world. That's not saying don't care about anything. That's not saying just be a bum and go out here and cause havoc in everybody's lives. Nah, I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying the good, the bad, the ugly, you're here to experience it. And all that is neither a good thing or a bad thing. It just all goes into the experience of you being human.